DeGraffenreid, who's going to tell us about the SPS Congress in 2016.
Yes. So, thank you all for being here today. So I am the SPS advisor at Sac State, and I've been part of the national organization of the Society of Physics Students for some time. I served on the National Council, actually just prior to Dr. Singleton, and had a fun time doing that. And then starting in 2012, one of my great professional pleasures was for 2 years serving as the president of Sigma Phi Sigma Physics Honors Society, of the whole national organization. And one of the first cool things I got to do as president, I was elected in June, and I was started in June, and then in November I was kind of the master of ceremonies for the 2012 Sigma Phi Sigma Quadrennial Congress. It's put on by Sigma Phi Sigma, the Physics Honors Society, although the target audience are undergraduate physics majors across the country. And we access most of the students through Society of Physics students. So that meeting was in Orlando, Florida. We had a behind-the-scenes tour of the Kennedy Flight Center, Kennedy Space Center. Got to see the launch pads, got to see the runways, got to see the towers where they, get all the at the time the space shuttle's ready to launch into space, and it was really cool. And we had a lot of cool talks. So we were bringing the 2016 Congress to the Silicon Valley Bay Area, and so on the first weekend of November, this November, we're hoping to have on the order of 1,000 participants, mostly undergraduate physics majors, participating in this Congress. You might say, what's the Congress? Right? Well, it's basically just a gathering to give students the opportunity to grow professionally. So they'll get to hear some really cool talks. I'll tell you about some of the keynote speakers we have, share their research, there's poster sessions, and to participate in a variety of workshops to help them grow professionally. So I'm actually one of the co-chairs of the planning committee, so we're working on frantically getting the program finalized as we're approaching the 6-month out mark. But we have some really exciting people that have already agreed to participate. We're going to be the meeting starts on Thursday, so you're going to have to tell your physics professors you're going to have to leave Thursday morning or Wednesday night. You're going to miss a couple of days of classes. That's okay. I know the people here. I'll talk to them. I'll make it happen. All right. So all the professors here are on notice. All right. The students can miss that day. They just have to come get a note from me signed that they were at the Congress. Okay, yeah, and Dr. So carpool with Dr. And so on the Thursday we're arranging tours. Now Kennedy Space Center is really huge, and so they can handle the 800 that we had relatively easily. There aren't very many places that can handle 1,000 people, so we're working with several different places for tours. We have confirmed tours at SLAC. So some people are going to go to SLAC and they're going to get a tour. It's about 2 hours on site. Some people can sign up to go to, I have to be careful on how I say this, a division of Google that you don't normally get to see. Google X. We have a lot of people that are going to be able to go to Google X. It's really cool. I was there. You can actually see the self-driving cars like parked there. A lot of them. And drone delivery systems and all kinds of other stuff. And then the third tour site, which will handle the last group of people, we're pretty sure it's going to be NASA Ames. We're still finalizing some stuff with their administration. So hopefully we'll have some extra confirmation on it. So that'll be on Thursday, and then during the day, and then and there'll be exhibiting space going on that afternoon as well. So you'll be able to find out about graduate schools, about national laboratories, and about companies that hire physics majors, particularly those in the Bay Area, because that's where we're going to be. So you guys are in a great location for that, because here, for those of you, which chapters do we have? I know we got Fresno here. Where else do we have from right now? Chico. All right, I know we got some Sacramento. Anybody else? We have Merced. Okay, so So you need to share this around with all of your students, okay, your classmates and stuff, and even chapters that you may know people at from other places, Sonoma, Long Beach, Cal Poly. Because Say them? Okay, so it's really a great opportunity to be able to meet with these exhibitors and find out about job opportunities as a physics major. Okay, and then the program really kicks off that night. Our keynote speakers, we have 6 different keynote speakers confirmed. Jocelyn Bell Burnell, discoverer of pulsars, should have won the Nobel Prize. All right, she didn't. She should have. Eric Cornell, he did win the Nobel Prize for Bose-Einstein condensation. Professor Jim Gates, string theorist from University of Maryland, very famous guy. He's on TurboTax commercial this year. And he's a hell of a nice guy too. Persis Drell, she was the director of SLAC for a number of years. She's now the Dean of Engineering at Stanford. We have Neil Turok, just confirmed. Probably know Neil. Yeah, particle theorist, just winner of the American Institute of Physics Tate Medal for international outreach in physics. He's grew up in South Africa. His parents were imprisoned for fighting apartheid. And so he's a theoretical physicist who's really puts a large amount of his energy trying to expand opportunities in Africa for physics. The amount of physics that's done in Africa is very, very small. But it's not, we all know it's not a lack of capability, it's a lack of infrastructure. And so we're he's working very hard to try to improve that. And that leaves, there's one open slot, but I don't have anything confirmed officially. But in 2012, we were able to get at the last minute a person in to talk about what was then the really big physics announcement, which was the Higgs boson. There was another announcement just 3 weeks ago about something big. We actually have a person on the planning committee that is a part of the LIGO team. So we're hoping we're going to turn that into a big wig from LIGO as our other keynote speaker. So that's a roster of speakers you're not going to get at any conference, even at an American Physical Society meeting. You're not going to get a roster like that of people. So, and then workshops, you're going to have opportunities to have panelists. There's going to be panel discussions on what it's like to go to graduate school. What are some of the unusual, the careers that you may not think about with a degree in physics? I'm hoping to get my former student who works at Pixar to be on that panel. He's the animator of Pixar. He made Merida's hair bounce and flow. It looks so beautiful. It's all simulated, it wasn't animated. So it was all equations, and he says it's springs and damping constants. So if you don't know, how's Merida's hair bounce? Springs and damping constants. So we're gonna have these panels, and there's gonna be panels on diversity, how to expand your SPS chapter, all kinds of things. And there's a dance party. There's going to be a dance party. It's probably going to be the largest number of physicists ever dancing in one place. It may cause the collapse of the university. But in 2012, we had it as well. It's put on, American Physical Society sponsors it. It was a lot of fun. And so there'll be a dance party on that Friday night. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you go to the Sigma Pi Sigma webpage, if you go to Congresses 2016 here, you know what? I want to, because I think we do have a little bit of time, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there an audio plug? Oh, is it ACM? It should be working then. So I want to show you guys the video from 2012. Let's see if it works. Full screen is unavailable. This way. Should be able to do this way. Of course, I put it all the way at the end. Turns out it's good to the volume now. So this is from the 2012 Congress.
Society of Physics students, 4,000 kids at 700 campuses around the U.S., a few places around the world, that study physics. And we get them together in one place every 4 years.
Here we're focusing on connecting worlds between science and the public, between academia and industry, using technology, and connecting different diverse groups of people.
SPS is a student organization. We really like to think of it as a professional society of physics students and students who are interested in physics. And Sigma Pi Sigma within SPS